This is a quick demo of the new features in version 0.3 of CiderPress II. There's a lot of stuff underneath the hood that's new. I've added support for TrackStar and DiskCopy 4.2 disk images, microdrive and focus drive partition layouts, and support for 5 new file systems, including full support for CP/M and Apple Pascal. Pascal actually includes a defragmenter, so you can crunch your volumes without having to boot up into the filer. We also have read-only support for Gutenberg, RDOS, and the classic Macintosh MFS. The GUI now has the ability to create disk images. So you pick the size you want, the file system you want, and what sort of disk image file type you want. Pick your favorite file name, and there you go. So this particular bit is a step up over the original CiderPress, which didn't handle CP/M read-write. It only did it read-only. Couldn't handle 3.5-inch disks, and totally ignored user numbers. So this new version handles the user numbers with this comma. Still trying to decide if I like that or not, but we're handling user numbers, so that's a step in the right direction. Metadata editing now works. So you get the set of things that are available. In WAS, you can add new ones. For most of these things, you're allowed to enter kind of a free-form string, but for some of them, you're more limited. And for those, we give you the list of things you're allowed to do. And that holds for all of the various entries. Some entries cannot be changed. You wouldn't want to go changing the disk type. And so you can open that up, so you can copy and paste values around, but they can't actually be edited. So what else we got? We got hybrid disks are now working. So the backside of the CP/M install disk is a DOS CP/M hybrid. So you can see the DOS files, you can see the CP/M files. And the way that these things work is each file system believes it owns the whole disk, but there's a bunch of blocks that are marked as used that aren't associated with the file, and that's how it keeps from overwriting the other file system. So you can have DOS and CP/M, DOS and Pascal, DOS and ProDOS. Another feature that is making a return, but hopefully in a more accessible way, is the ability to add and remove or add and extract whole partitions from multi-partition volumes, like this CFFA volume. So the way this works now is you just select the partition and you say save as disk image, pick the file type, save it, and here's the file as a 32 megabyte 2IMG image. If you wanted to put that somewhere else, like let's say we want to get rid of this HFS volume, we say replace partition contents, pick the file, gives you a chance to look at the relative sizes and decide if you really want to wipe out your partition. But if you copy it in, there you go. You've got a second copy of the same thing for whatever good that does you. This can be done with other multi-partition formats. For example, if you have DOS master DOS 3.3 volumes, you can save those to individual 140K disks or load others in. You do have to be a little careful with some of them, because if the block starts at 0, then the DOS and ProDOS areas overlap. Again, with the sectors that are marked used but not used by a file. We have support for removable media. This requires administrator privileges, so when you do this, it'll give you the chance to say yes or no. You can't see it because the screen recorder won't pick it up, but it now says, do you want to give this thing admin privileges? If you say yes, it restarts, and here's the contents of my fancy CF card. and that's it.